for a short run before we head to the labs. I am going into my 4th year of my PhD this summer, and I think I have reached that point where I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. We are going to the lab. I'm excited to go to the lab, not for the lab work but for lunch later, because I'm meeting one of my friends to eat mala tang, and that's what I'm excited about. The other day in the lab, I was working with a toxic reagent, so I had to log everything down properly, the date, the details and all of that. I confidently wrote down 9th of May when it was already the 12th. That was when I realized I have kind of lost track of time. It feels like so much has happened this past few months, and yet at the same time, nothing really has. So the experiment I'm doing today is called aphrositosis. I hate this experiment because it's a 5-day long experiment, and then on the last day, the experiment procedure lasts like 6 to 8 hours. So today is the last day. Another reason why I hate this experiment is that most of the time I get negative results for this 5-day long experiment. Nonetheless, I still need to get it done today. In between, there is a 3-hour long incubation time, and then I'm going to find my friend to have mala together. That's the only motivation of today. When I think about it, time before your 20s felt like it moved so slowly. But now in my 20s, it feels like everything is moving twice as fast, or even faster. People say it's because when you're younger, you're constantly going through big changes and a lot of firsts. Your first exam, your first job, your first time being on your own. But in your 20s, it feels like you have already gone through most of those big milestones, and life just starts to feel a bit repetitive, like you're just living the same days over and over again. And yet, everything around me is constantly changing. I feel like I'm just trying to keep up without really knowing where I'm going. And I guess this is what people mean when they talk about burnout.
反正我瘦，嗨。
Nothing really makes sense, and I don't really know what the meaning of life is. But I can still do small things every day to make it feel a little better. I met my student for lunch today. Well, she was actually a mentee of mine back in 2019. 因为我跟我朋友在水壶拉汤，然后我又狂奔回去。我们进场已经7点40多了，然后他就赶紧拍照。When she first came to Singapore, we were staying in the same dorm. She wasn't even a university student yet, while I was already in my 3rd year. She used to wait for me to come back after my classes at night, and she would talk about her day, and I'll give her advice about living in Singapore. Even after we moved out, we stayed in touch. Back then, when she was still a student, I used to pay for her meals sometimes when we went out. And now, she was the one treating me to lunch. Her salary has already far surpassed mine. So it's negative results again. 5 days of effort gone down the drain. Anyway, it's not the first time it happened, so... Don't get me wrong, I am really happy to get free food, but at the same time, I don't know what to make of it, other than the fact that life can be kind of crazy sometimes. The PhD journey can feel quite lonely at times, but then again, I think just being human can feel lonely too. There's this Chinese phrase, 如人饮水，冷暖自知, translated to only you know the temperature of the water you drink. And that basically means that only you truly know how something feels. No matter how much people try to understand or empathize with you, they are not you, and they won't fully know what you're going through. Even your closest family, your friends, your partner. And I guess that means, in some ways, we are all just figuring things out on our own. And maybe that's why it can feel kind of lonely sometimes. I don't expect people to fully understand me because I know they can't, just like how I can't fully understand them either. It's kind of ironic to think about. Humans are social creatures, yet we still have to learn the art of being alone. I don't have that much to do today as compared to yesterday. I just need to harvest some cells and then treat some other cells, and I'm pretty much done for the day. So I'll probably take around 10 minutes today.
I don't exactly have the quietest mind, and contrary to what people might think, I actually think a lot and feel a lot. I can be quite pessimistic too. But I don't really know how to express my emotions, so I end up coming across as quite stable on the outside, even though there is a secret quiet tsunami going on inside. I used to spiral a lot more when I was younger, but now I have found other ways to cope when I feel overwhelmed. Like exercising, like making these stupid YouTube videos, binge watching short videos, or just going out and socializing with friends. And I think I have slowly become more of a person of action. I stop myself from spiraling by just doing things instead of taking too much. So whenever I feel like quitting school or just life, I go for a run or spend an hour editing, or just sit down and talk nonsense with my friends or colleagues. And somehow the next day I'm back in the lab again, a bit more refreshed, ready to do it all over.
Suddenly felt like cycling, so I'm going to find a bike along the road and then cycle. I'm not sure to where, let's see. It's already 8 AM, so it's a bit hot. I'm not sure whether I am able to cycle for long. So I need to go and find a bike. I don't know whether there are any bikes around here.
When I feel like I can't do it, I just start anyway and figure it out along the way. Because you never really know. I'd rather try and regret it than not try at all. I don't know if I'm on the right path, and I don't know if I'm doing things right either. Some days I feel burnt out, some days I feel a bit lost and a bit alone. And maybe you feel like this sometimes too. But you're not alone. We are all just trying our best, figuring things out at our own pace on this really confusing and chaotic planet called Earth.